Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Chris Lee, alongside, as always, with Jeremy Sadowski, and we're here to bring you exciting high school football action. 2017 Mustang Football is brought to you by the Manhattan Beach Athletic Foundation. Live from Hazleton Field in El Segundo, California, it's Mustang Football 2017. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Chris Lee, alongside, as always, with Jeremy Sadowski, and we're here to bring you exciting high school football action as your Maricosta Mustangs take on the El Segundo Eagles. Of course, this is a local contest here. Mustangs, also a one of those fun former Ocean League matchups. Of course, Jeremy, you and I well remember playing against El Segundo as former Mustangs ourselves. Our senior year, it was a 0-0 game, and we had a opportunity to win that one with a last-second field goal that was just short. But it was a foggy, misty night that was really hard to get anything going. Tonight is weather-wise looking much better here for the Mustangs. Hopefully this will be a better result than the one we saw, which eventually was a 0-0 tie. This Mustangs team, though, coming into this contest 0-2, taking on an Eagles team that is coming into this contest looking pretty sharp so far. They're coming in 2-0 with a 35-3 win over Oak Park, as well as a 35-18 win over Lusinger. So this will not be the El Segundo of old, as we remember of El Segundo nowadays is a pretty talented football team. Of course, the Mustangs have been led offensively by quarterback Reed Verbrey, but one of the new stars for this Mustang team is McMahon, the running back, who really has kind of almost come out of nowhere in the towards the end of that first game the Mustangs had against St. Francis. Jeremy, what have you thought about this Mustangs offense so far?
Yeah, Chris, this Mustang offense has moved the ball quite well in the start of the season. However, it has had some issues late in drives, getting down in the red zone with turnovers and penalties. So again, the offense has been moving. You mentioned McMahon; he has definitely been one of the stars on offense so far this season. And you got the other running backs, Vashon Hill, Evanson, Frank Love. And you'll see Jonah Tavai, too, get some carries in the backfield. And we really haven't seen Reed Verbrey carry the ball too much like he did last season. But again, this Mustang offense, it moves the ball well between the 30s, but has struggled a bit getting down in the red zone.
Of course, the Mustangs' offense stylistically has changed as well. Of course, last few years, really, Mustangs have been more of a read option type system. As you mentioned, Reed Verbrey not rushing as often this season. That being a big part of it, the offense has certainly changed. Coach Morrow in the 2017 season has been going with a lot more I formation, which is really more of a true power back formation. Of course, like you mentioned, the Mustangs do have the backs to handle that type of offense, but to me, it has seemed like the offense is going through that little bit of an adjustment period.
Yeah, Chris, and the Mustang defense, for the most part, has been really doing pretty well. And again, we've this is the third week of the season, and the Mustangs have played two really talented teams, and we're in it in week one versus St. Francis until late in the game when I think the heat just got to the Mustangs. And then last week versus Mustangs were definitely in that game, but fell short 21-6. So the Mustangs D I think is improving, and we'll see what Coach Ray Lee can do adjustment-wise on the defensive side, and Coach Morrow and Baker on the offensive side to, punch to get it over the line and into the end zone.
As this game is now underway, Mustangs in their road white and green uniforms with the now gold lettering. El Segundo, of course, in their home dark uniforms. Starting off first and 10, they get about 2 yards on the carry. Second coming up for El Segundo. And it is a roll right, and oh, what a big hit by the Mustangs defense. Quarterback Matt Romero, oh boy, was he hammered hard.
Aiden Tomlinson with a nice tackle there out in the open field.
Romero now throws to the left, and they are calling that a reception. Looks like they're going to give them some forward progress as well. So that will be enough for an El Segundo first down. Sweep right now. Stopped by the Mustangs D. Second down coming up for the Eagles. Romero looks left, throws left, and that is complete. And will be good for another El Segundo first down. Romero scrambles, decides to keep it. Gets some positive yardage, but not much. Stopped just shy of the 40, so it's second down coming up. Romero looks right. He scrambles, makes a move, keeps it. Really shows that speed as he is finally brought down. Mustangs thermos guard involved in the tackle, but after another El Segundo first down, El Segundo driving on this opening possession. And 10, Romero rolls left, throws left, wide open receiver. Gets down to about the 20-yard line. Second and short, second and 1 coming up. Formation. And El Segundo's back. McEntee hurdles, jumps, leaps, sprints, and gets into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Point after attempt is up high straight, and it is good. So El Segundo on their opening drive gets into the end zone for a touchdown, and they lead 7-0. Kind of a mishandled kick return, but Mustangs, boy, talk about Evans and Franklin turning what could have been a bad situation to a very positive Mustangs gain. Mustangs start off first and 10 with good field position here, right about the 40-yard line. Mustangs start off on the ground, get a yard, maybe two. Second down coming up. That was McMahon with the carry.
Yeah, Chris, that was a good recovery by Evans and Frank Love on that kick return to get the Mustangs good field position to start this drive.
Again, mention that I formation for the Mustangs. Again, it's McMahon going right off left tackle. And oh boy, what a nice run. Following his lead block there and able to get out of bounds after what should be a Mustangs first down. Mustangs again, right middle is McMahon. Getting his legs taken for under him, but after another nice game.
Yeah, that was good elusiveness by McMahon up the middle, and then, like you mentioned, he launched himself forward for a few more yards.
Mustangs again keeping this one on the ground, trying to establish that that power run game. Another good yardage run for the Mustangs, and that is enough for another first down. First and 10 Mustangs, man in motion. Reed Robre hands off. And this time Mustangs only get maybe 3 yards on the play. Second down coming up. High formation again. Robre play action, looks left, throws left, and incomplete. So third down coming up for the Mustangs. Quarterback Reed Robre, the junior, under center. Play, oh no, he did hand off, and pounding and powering his way forward, driving about 8 players with him, was McMahon with a power run. Mustangs now with their 3-back power formation. And it looks like, ball comes loose, but whistle was well blown at that stage. And it looks like the Mustangs did not convert the fourth down short yardage. So El Segundo were first and 10. What was a good drive for the Mustangs stalls just short. And oh, what a huge hit by the Mustangs D. Roman Peck, the monster hit from the corner position.
Yeah, let's take another look at that play by Peck, reading that play as we see the quick little pass to the back, and Peck just lights him up in the backfield. Great anticipation by Peck on that play, Chris.
Yeah, he read that one about as well as he can. Really played that route aggressively, and Mustangs defense benefited from it. A huge loss. That's a 5-yard loss on the play, so it's second and 15. Romero rolls right, throws, and that is complete. That again with the catch. Mustang showing blitz. McMahon comes in hot and brings him down. Sack for the Mustangs defense, McMahon.
Yeah, let's take another look at that sack by McMahon, Chris. Again, El Segundo in shotgun, and nobody accounts for McMahon, and the quarterback there was lucky that he spotted him and just got out of the way from taking the brunt of that hit, and it still was a big loss on the sack.
And Mustangs had some middle pressure too, as soon after McMahon got there, Jonah Tavai was also hot on the tracks of quarterback Romero. That forced a fourth down punting situation now. Good snap. It's a high kick. Takes a minor roll, only about a few yard roll there for El Segundo. The Mustangs will start off with good field position here, 1st and 10. As they trail 7-0 here in the opening quarter. Second offensive possession of the night for the Mustangs. Mustangs again back on the ground, but this time Bashan Hill with the carry. Stopped after a few yards, so 2nd down and long coming up. Bray. Play action, rolls right, throws right, and that is complete. That looked like that was Hill coming out of the backfield there. And that will be enough for a Mustangs 1st down. The Bray sends a man in motion. And it's McMahon off right guard. Lead forward for a nice gain. 2nd and short coming up. Bray rolls, stops, plants, throws, and that is complete, but tackled immediately. And officials discussing this as that is how that 1st quarter will end, with the Mustangs trailing 7-0.
The 9th annual Skechers Peer-to-Peer Friendship Walk is Sunday, October 29th at the Manhattan Beach Pier. The annual event brings together all walks of life for one common purpose: to support children with special needs in public education. The charity walk includes performances, celebrities, vendor exhibits, a kids' fun zone, appearances by Nickelodeon characters, Los Angeles sports teams, and more. Register or donate today by logging on to SkechersFriendshipWalk.com. Pre-registration is $30 and $35 on the day of event. Thank you for going the extra mile for children with special needs and education.
And we are back all set for the start of the 2nd quarter. Again, your Mustangs trail this contest 7-0 here in El Segundo. 3rd consecutive road game here to start the Mustang season. And against 3 quality opponents. Of course, Coach Don Morrow is been known over the years to schedule tough preseason contest just prior to the league season. Morrow really likes to use those games as chances to really get his team ready for post-season. Meantime, that was Jonah Tavai, the big fullback with the carry, but that is going to create a 4th down and short situation. You expect the Mustangs to go for it here on 4th. Indeed, they do. High formation again. They hand off to Jonah Tavai. Not only gets the 1st down, but 1st down and then some. Pop goes the weasel. Tavai all of a sudden popped out of that scrum and got another big gain for the Mustangs. 3-back formation this time. Ball is loose. It was Jonah Hill with the carry, but that ball popped out loose. And the Eagles will take over. Again, a second promising drive for the Mustangs offense stalls short of the goal. Meantime, Dan Romero completes his pass. Cody Kellenbach with the tackle. But after a 4, maybe 5-yard gain for the Eagles, so it's second down coming up. Romero on the read option, hands off to his back. Third down and short coming up. And it looks like it may have been a bad snap there. Recovered by the Eagles, but well short of the first down marker. So it's fourth and a long 2. Punting situation for El Segundo. Kick is a high kick. Deep as well. Mustangs, that one popped loose. Peck with the nice return there. Looked like the ball bounced away from the Mustangs' initial return man, but Peck able to pick that one up and come up with a big play. McMahon with the run right up the middle. Second and 3 coming up. Handoff. This time, McMahon was stuffed, but spins and now drives his way forward. And I believe that second effort may be enough to get the Mustangs a first down. Indeed it is. First and 10, second effort. Bray now looking to the corner of the end zone, but missed his intended target. Kellenbach in the corner of the end zone. Second down and 10. It's a handoff. McMahon spinning his way forward there. Some tough running by Malachi McMahon of the Mustangs. High formation on third down. McMahon again gets the carry, but drives his way forward to about the 15-yard line. So it's fourth and short. Mustangs again go for it. And it's a QB keeper right off the middle. Oh boy, what a big gain. Fourth and 1, and they got 5. So it's first and 10 Mustangs. Second fourth down conversion for the Mustangs on this drive. For Brayden, formation, hands off to McMahon. A couple of nifty moves. Drives his way down to the 5. Mustangs have had a couple of promising drives already in this contest that have stalled just short. But let's see if they can capitalize on this momentum that they have going on right now and punch this one in. And the carry is McMahon, and he does indeed punch this one in. The Mustangs are on the scoreboard. Touchdown, Maricosta. As we see here, a little counterplay. A couple of pulling linemen there for the Mustangs. Looks like number for Maricosta. That is Ryan O'Heason. One of those lead blocks for McMahon, who is easily able to get into the end zone. Meantime, the kick is no good. So this will remain a lead by the Eagles, a 1-point lead. But the Mustangs, more importantly, into the end zone to get a little bit of momentum here. Twice they've been close and come up short, but that time the Mustangs able to finally punch one in and make this a 1-point game. Meantime, the Eagles looks like they are going to quickly answer looking around, hoping to find a flag on the play, but that was a beautiful punt return by McEntee for El Segundo. Student section loved that return there. Big play just as the Mustangs into the end zone. Answers immediately. Touchdown, point after attempt is good. So after Mustangs make this a 1-point game in one play, the Eagles jump back out to a 14-6 lead. Mustangs, Frank Love with the return of his own, but he is stopped shy of the 20-yard line. Let's see what the Mustangs can do here on offense. And a flag comes in. Looks like it may be motion against the Mustangs. And indeed, that is the call. So, first play on offense after giving up a kick return for a touchdown. Mustangs go in motion early. So it's 14 now. Mustangs back to the ground game, but the El Segundo Eagles read it very well. Quickly down is Malachi McMahon. Second and long coming up for the Mustangs. This time a nice hole out there just off left guard for the Mustangs. Nice run and 6 yards gain on the play. Third and I'll call it a long 8 coming up. The Brave play action. Looks left, throws left, and just out of the outreached arms by Cody Kellenbach. Incomplete, so fourth down coming up. Mustangs set to punt. Jonah Tavai with a good kick there. No return as the Mustangs defense was there ready to cover that punt return. Good thing, too, after that impressive kick return. Certainly don't want to give El Segundo any more momentum. Meantime, Romero on the run. Throws and looks like incomplete. So McMahon on second down. Oh, it's a bad snap. Officials are ruling the play down. It looks like motion against the offense. So El Segundo actually with a little bit of a break there. Again, Mustangs trail 14-6 here in the second quarter. Romero in shotgun. He's under pressure. He scrambles. He throws. Gets hit as he throws. And boy, he had a man wide open downfield. So good thing he was hit as he was trying to release that one, as he was not able to step into that throw as he would have liked. Otherwise, that may have been another touchdown. Meantime, Romero scrambles. Oh, he's hit from behind. That ball's loose. That ball is loose. It looks like Jonah Tavai forced a fumble. Officials, looks like they may be ruling incomplete. They are, in fact, incomplete. Fourth down, though, so either way it will result for a positive play for the Mustangs. But boy, Jonah Tavai coming up with the play on defense just when the Mustangs needed it the most. Eagles with a short, quick kick here, very returnable. And in fact, return if they do. What a great play by the Mustangs. Big return on the play by Cole Trejo.
Yeah, Cole has been a key opponent for this Mustang special team unit all year, Chris.
He showed it there for sure. Cole has also been a breakout performer at wide receiver for this Mustangs offense these first 2 games as well. So Cole definitely making his mark as a all-around contributor to this Mustangs team on defense, offense, and special teams. Meantime, Fabre did not feel that backside pressure and was sacked.
Yeah, the only good thing of that play was that hold on to the ball, as like you said, he did not feel that pressure, and that it came upon him really quick. So luckily he was able to hold on to the ball and give the Mustangs another play here.
The Mustangs trailing this contest 14-6. You're here in the second quarter. Reed Fabre on play action. Steps up, throws, and incomplete. Bergen Donovan, the intended target there, but incomplete on 3rd down. So it is 4th and punting coming up for the Mustangs. Big man running out to the field for the Mustang. Tavai with a short high kick that sails out of bounds. Let's see where the officials mark it. In fact, that kick had the members of the cheer squad jumping for a cover there. El Segundo now on 1st down. There is movement. And it looks like it is against the El Segundo Eagles. It was that right guard who moved. So, motion penalty against El Segundo, 1st and 15. They keep this one on the ground. And, oh, boy, what a big hit by that Mustangs defense.
Yeah, that was led by Cody Kellenbach on that defensive charge by the Mustangs.
Timeout on the field. 1:54 left in that first half. Oh, it's a bad snap. Romero does recover. He's still on his feet. Very nifty runner. Finally brought down, though, by the Mustangs. Looks like that's Tavai and Ohitian. Checking the distance, it looks like that Romero was just barely able to cross that line of scrimmage, so it will not be technically a sack, but still a huge play by the Mustangs D. Timeout again on the field. El Segundo trying to see if they can get one more score here on the scoreboard before halftime, but the Mustangs defense, that is a sack. Again, I see Tavai right in the middle of things.
Yeah, let's take another look at this sack by the Mustang defense here, as Romero is definitely under pressure, as is definitely the first one in there, and Ryan Ohanissian gets in there too. But this Mustang defensive line is definitely causing some pressure for Romero, but as you've seen so far this game, Romero is very mobile, and that kind of pressure might bite the Mustangs in the butt if they don't hold their containment. We got another penalty on this play on the Eagles, and that will set them back even further here, 4th down.
Use some of those timeouts to leave some time on the clock. Mustangs can about to say if the Mustangs can get a positive return, maybe they may be able to take advantage of that that time. But almost immediately tackled was the Mustangs return man. Meantime, on first down, Mustangs go conservative. They go with a simple power play right up the middle, right off right guard. That was McMahon with the carry. Did get good yardage, but shy of the first down. Second down play, again, just straight up the middle. So obviously the Mustangs coaches happy to go into the locker room trailing 6-14. And that is exactly what's going to happen, fans. We are at the half. El Segundo Eagles lead the Maricosta Mustangs 14-6. Stay tuned. We'll be right back for second half action.
The 9th annual Skechers Peer-to-Peer Friendship Walk is Sunday, October 29th at the Manhattan Beach Pier. The annual event brings together all walks of life for one common purpose: to support children with special needs and public education. The charity walk includes performances, celebrities, vendor exhibits, a kids fun zone, appearances by Nickelodeon characters, Los Angeles sports teams, and lots more. To register or donate today by logging on to SkechersFriendshipWalk.com. Pre-registration is $30 and $35 on the day of the event. Thank you for going the extra mile for children with special needs and education.
And welcome back, fans, as we see the fans of the El Segundo Eagles celebrating what was a solid first half. Eagles lead the Mustangs 14-6. Jeremy, last week we saw the Mustangs lose to Lucerno 21-6. Again, second week in a row, the Mustangs have only put up one touchdown. I know we talked a little bit about the Mustangs' adjustment from a spread offense to more of a traditional I formation offense. Jeremy, do you think that is part of the reason why the Mustangs are not lighting up the scoreboard so far this season?
Yeah, I definitely think that is a definite part of it. And again, like I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, that the Mustang team, it's moving the ball, but just in the red zone, it seems like they're shooting themselves in the foot, either with penalties or turnovers deep in the red zone. That seems to be the case all season long so far. And we saw a little bit of that so far in the first half. But the one good thing that I saw here in this first half was the Mustang defensive line was definitely getting some pressure on quarterback Romero. And like I mentioned before, the Mustang defense is going to have to be careful and make sure they contain that very mobile quarterback, as it might come back to hurt them by getting that much pressure if they don't contain.
Yeah, Chris, you mentioned the turnovers. Mustangs' first two drives got down to about the 20-yard line of El Segundo, but they were not able to capitalize on either. Meantime, on the opening kick, McMahon, in what could have been a huge break for the Eagles turns out to be a nice return for the Mustangs. Malachi McMahon picking the ball up as it was bouncing around the 3-yard line and returns it for a nice gain for the Mustangs. Meantime, on first down, it is Jonah Tavai with the reception off the Reed Verbre pass. Good catch. Jonah chopped down immediately, but still a nice gain on the play. So it's second down coming up. Verbre hands off. McMahon trying to go left, but could not get outside. Stopped for a short loss on the play by the Eagles. So third down coming up here. Third and about 3. Of course, the Mustangs in their road, white uniforms, taking on the El Segundo Eagles. Beret throws, and that is incomplete, although Tavai probably would have been short of the line of scrimmage anyway, and had immediate pressure, so he would not have had the opportunity to turn upfield. Mustangs are forced to punt here on fourth down. Bad snap. Jonah under pressure, spins, and is eventually taken down. The snap was at his feet, and he just couldn't quite get it, pick it up in time in order to get a punt off. So the Eagles, first and 10 with great field position, but a nice play there by the Mustangs defense. Coda Thermosguard, the junior safety, coming up to make a nice tackle. 1-yard loss, second and 11. And this is going to be against the Eagles. Mo Sheaver was moving early there for El Segundo, so that's a net loss on the play. Second and 16 now. Romero looks left, throws left, and almost intercepted. Mustangs, Peck almost coming up with the corner there. Almost coming up with the interception. Peck's been having a nice game at that corner position. Mustangs, meantime, Jonah Tavai with serious pressure on Romero, but Jeremy, exactly what you just talked about, not able to contain or come up with that big hit. So instead, Romero scrambles for a nice gain. Now it's fourth and short.
Yeah, Chris, another play that is vulnerable for that type of pressure is a screen.
Of course, meantime, the field goal attempt is no good. So despite the turnover for Mustangs, it turns out not to hurt them, although there is a flag on the play. And a injured player, Kellerback, coming off the field for the Mustangs.
Yeah, it appears Cody might be suffering some more cramps as he did the first couple games. That's definitely been an issue for him this season.
Of course, completely understandable in that opener against St. Francis. That was one hot game. Temperatures very high. So the penalty was against the Mustangs, which gives El Segundo a second. It is blocked. Frank Love blocked the field goal attempt and has recovered the football for the Mustangs. They'll take over first and 10.
Yeah, let's take another look at this blocked field goal attempt as Frank Love gets great pressure right up the middle, gets the block, and then spots it, and then is the man that recovers it after a Mustang just blows up the Eagle trying to get the ball.
Yeah, that looked like that may have been Jackson Fisher out there cleaning out the garbage, so to speak, for Frank Love in order to make way for him to get that recovery. But huge play there. Mustangs really needed that lift. Meantime, a timeout on the field there for the Eagles.
Yeah, Chris, you called it after that bad snap on the punt and giving the Eagles great field position. The Mustang defense comes up strong.
El Segundo showing blitz. They bring it, and despite a run play, Mustangs not able to get anything going there. McMahon hit at the line of scrimmage, at least able to get to the line of scrimmage. So it's 2nd and 10. High formation. Man started right and stepped cutting right up the middle, and again stopped right at the line of scrimmage. So it's 3rd down, 3rd and long coming up here. El Segundo doing a very good job against the Mustangs run game, particularly on 1st and 2nd down, and forcing the Mustangs into a fair amount of 3rd down situations. Meantime, Verbrey throws, and that is no good. That was intended for Jeremy Jackson, but incomplete. So 4th down and punting for the Mustangs. This time, much better snap and good punt there by Jonah Tavai. And looks like immediately coming up the head, although a flag is down, is the Mustangs cover team. I believe that was Bergadonovan. Let's see what the call is, though.
Yeah, I think the officials are going to call the Mustangs on not giving the Eagles a halo to receive the ball. We'll see. Again, that's one of those calls that I guess you can live with because of it being a hustle type play. And, you know, we'll see what the officials are going to call here.
Of course, El Segundo already with one special teams touchdown tonight, a kick return touchdown. So Mustangs not taking any chances for sure when it comes to the return game. Anytime El Segundo keeps this one on the ground, but Mustangs immediately come up with the stop here. So it's 2nd and long coming up. Mustangs currently trail 6-14. Sweep right for McEntee of the Eagles, but again, the Mustangs come up with a nice play on defense. Thermosguard involved in that one. Third down play coming up here, 3rd and long for the Eagles. Call it 3rd and long 5. Meantime, Romero throws, and that is complete and good for you. 1st down.
Yeah, the Eagles were able to make an adjustment there. They're rolling Romero out to try to get him away from that defensive line pressure.
Meantime, 2nd down coming up. Second and 8. Romero rolls right casually, throws middle, and that is complete. And still fighting the scrum, but finally brought down there. Looks like a penalty here against the Mustangs. That will give the Eagles a 1st down. Oh, that ball's loose. But it does look like the Eagles able to recover. It's a bad snap by El Segundo, but they were able to cover and at least get back to the line of scrimmage. Meantime, Romero in play action steps up, gets positive yardage. Finally brought down Cole Trejo involved in that tackle, as well as Kellenbach, who lost his helmet. Shotgun, Romero rolling right, steps up again, gets more positive yardage. That rollout play has been very effective here for the Eagles. There is a penalty, and it's a holding call against El Segundo. Of course, that's the risk on sweeps and rollouts there, bootlegs. Can be a challenge offensive lineman to block a play like that. So they get caught on the hold. Meantime, on the simple pass to the back McEntee out of the backfield, it is going to be a fourth down situation here for the Eagles. They will go forward, fourth and short. Romero throws, and that is complete in the middle of the field, but no, the ball comes loose. Let's see what the call here is. Let's see if they're ruling that a catch or a fumble, or if they're ruling that incomplete. Either way, oh no, face mask penalty against the Mustangs. So it does look like they're going to rule this one here complete, but either way, it's a penalty against the Mustangs.
Actually, they're going to do a couple penalties here, Chris.
Now it looks like... So all in all, it's still a 14-6 El Segundo lead here. We are in the third quarter. Eagles Romero with the ball rolling left. Able to almost break that contain, but boy, what a great shoestring tackle out there by the Mustangs, number 5, Coda Thermoscar. Boy, with Romero, Thermoscar may have just saved a touchdown on that one.
Yeah, Chris, great job by Coda to just trip him up.
Romero steps up, a design quarterback run right up the middle. Well, read option, Romero keeps it all the way. This time it's a handoff. Mustangs defense there for the stop at about the 8-yard line. So it's going to bring up a fourth and short situation here for El Segundo, who lead the Mustangs 14-6 here in the third quarter. Romero and shotgun, and a flag comes in. It's going to be motion against El Segundo. So now it's I'll call it 4th and 7. And Eagles decide to discuss this one here. They're going to take a timeout. Debating really whether they want to go for the field goal attempt or continue to try to punch this one into the end zone. Of course, Mustangs already with one field goal attempt blocked, so they decide to go for it, and it is incomplete. So the Mustangs defense stands tall and delivers. They'll take over with the turnover on downs, trailing 6-14 here in the third. And Mustangs keep it on the ground. couple of nifty moves out there. But that is how the third quarter will end, with the Mustangs trailing 6-14 with 1 quarter left to play.
The 9th annual Skechers Peer-to-Peer Friendship Walk is Sunday, October 29th at the Manhattan Beach Pier. The annual event brings together all walks of life for one common purpose: to support children with special needs and public education. The charity walk includes performances, celebrities, vendor exhibits, a kids fun zone, appearances by Nickelodeon characters, Los Angeles sports teams, and lots more. To register or donate today by logging on to SkechersFriendshipWalk.com. Pre-registration is $30 and $35 on the day of the event. Thank you for going the extra mile for children with special needs and education. Yeah, Chris, the Mustang defense in the third quarter was bending but didn't break, as they had 2 successful stop of possessions by the Eagles there late in the third quarter, one resulting on a turnover on downs, or actually both of them resulting on turnover on downs. The Eagles were not too confident in their kicker after you mentioned the blocked field goal and then the missed field goal attempt.
Meantime, the Mustangs keep this first down play on the ground. Mustangs get to just about the line of scrimmage here, so it's, third down coming up. Let's see. Well, fourth down and long. I'm sorry. Mustangs I formation. Looks left, throws left, and has a man Kellenbach who makes a nifty cut and fights his way forward down to the 40-yard line. What a great play by Kellenbach. Boy, did the Mustangs offense need that one.
Yeah, Chris, you called that nifty cut by Kellenbach to get another 10 yards on that play.
I mean, the biggest play in the air for the Mustangs in this contest. Anytime McMahon stopped. Again, El Seguindo's been doing an excellent job of containing McMahon for the most part this contest, with the exception of one touchdown drive. They've really been able to keep the Mustang backs in check, as we see Hill get the carry that time. So it's third and long. Another third and long for the Mustangs. Formation, it's play action this time for Bray. Under immediate pressure, though, throws it up for grabs, and are they going to rule that one intercepted? No catch, so it's fourth down. Oh boy. Vabre, who was under immediate pressure, just kind of threw that one up there, but a little miscommunication between him and his receiver. So it could have turned into a big play. Meantime, the Mustangs go for the fake punt, and they do not convert. Jonah Tavai stopped. Eagles take over on the turnover on downs and immediately go to the ground. First down run by the Eagles here, who lead 14-6. Mustangs get that big play for Brady Kellenbach, but they were not able to get much else on that drive. Meantime, the Eagles now dealing here. Romero with a couple of nice strikes, and all of a sudden El Segundo is quickly into Mustang territory. First and 10, low snap, but Romero able to recover a couple of darts and dashes and is finally brought down. Maybe a 3-yard gain on that one. Mustangs do a decent job of containment, but it will be a second down situation here. Timeout on the field. Well, now we are back to live action, and Romero runs I'm sorry, that was McEntee with the carry right up the middle of the field. Hurdling his way closer towards that first down marker, but it's still third and long coming up here. Romero in shotgun. In motion against the O-line here of the Eagles. So that will move them 5 yards further back. Mustangs needed that break for sure. Third and 11 coming up.
Big third 11 play for the Mustang defense here, Chris. And whoa, what a big play by the offense, as that will give them first and goal.
Huge play for sure. Boy, that could be a backbreaker for the Mustangs here if they're able to capitalize. Mustangs defense will need to make one more big stop if they want to stay in this one. And meantime, the give is to McEntee, who leaps. And are they going to give it to him? It looks like they are. Touchdown, Eagles, as McEntee literally flew into the end zone. The kick, oh boy, El Segundo definitely struggling in their kicking game. Point after attempt is no good. But officials, looks like they're going to huddle up here. It does appear to be a flag on the play. Penalty is against the Mustangs, so that will give the Eagles another opportunity here at the point after attempt. So the kick is up. It's not very high, but high enough, straight and good. So the Eagles now lead 21-6 with just over 7 minutes to go left in this contest. Mustangs, again, kind of struggling with these short kickoffs. But McMahon finally able to gain control of the football and get past the 20. So it turned out to be a good return here. Meantime, Verbrae, flag comes in. Likely to be motion against the Mustangs. And the officials are waving away the flag there, so no penalty on the play after all. Chuck and Verbrae. Looks middle, throws high and off target, so it's incomplete. Second down coming up. Second and 10 for the Mustangs. They're looking to Get a quick score here. Bray going deep. No one open except the corner, which was McEntee, who just had a rushing touchdown. Oh, knocked out of bounds after a huge interception for the Eagles. They'll take over after the turnover, 1st and 10. Romero hands off to McEntee, who is tackled quickly by the Mustangs D. 2nd down coming up. There's the handoff again. McEntee trying to leap over Mustangs defenders. Brought down there. And looks like a flag is down. Officials discussing this one, and it's holding against the Eagles. Looks like the Mustangs coming up. Romero on the roll left, scrambles, and finally works his way just past the 30-yard line. Boy, is he an elusive runner with the football.
Yeah, Chris, you called it. The Mustang defense definitely has to work on their containment, especially going against these athletic quarterbacks.
The time Romero on the run, throws, and no good. Incomplete is the call here. So 4th down, given his field position, would not surprise me if the Eagles go for it here on 4th. Penalty, though, against the Eagles. Eagles do indeed go for it with the deep drop back. He's under pressure. Tavai was hot on his trail. Meantime, Romero reverses field. Does get some yardage, but not anywhere near enough. Good job by the Mustangs defense. Thermosguard steps up and makes the big play. Thanks to the turnover on downs, the Mustangs offense comes back out on the field trailing 21-6. And oh, that ball was popped loose. Uh-oh. Mustangs able to recover, but Jeremy, looks like we have a new quarterback in there for the Mustangs on that play.
Yeah, Nick Carpino.
Meantime, Carpino on the roll right, throws, and that is caught. A nice catch out there by the Mustangs. So 3rd down coming up here. Carpino getting some snaps, drops back, looks deep, and has no one open, so it's incomplete. 4th down coming up here for the Mustangs. Mustangs going for it. Carpino rolls left, throws on the run, and overshoots his intended target. No good, so the Eagles will take over deep into Mustangs territory, leading 21-6 here in this 4th and final quarter. McEntee with a couple of nifty moves and is finally tackled out of bounds. Looks like that may have been Kellenbach with the tackle there, but either way, still a positive gain of 7 yards for McEntee. Meantime, Mustangs that time there for the big stop. Kellenbach and Tavai involved in that one, throwing McEntee back for a loss. Third down coming up. Three-back formation for the Eagles. Instead, Romero keeps it on the rollout left, the naked bootleg left. The Mustangs do a good job, though, of containing them that time. Fourth down coming up, 4th-6 for the Eagle. Go for it based on the results of their kicking game so far tonight. Romero throws, and they are going to call that complete. And that will be enough for an Eagles first down. Mustangs have done a good job stopping the Eagles on 4th down this contest, but not that time as the Eagles finally able to convert. Meantime, the run right up the middle is stopped. Again, Kellenbach involved in that play.
Again, fans, I'd like to thank the Manhattan Beach Athletic Foundation for their sponsorship of Mustang football. And I'd again like to let you know that you can donate to the Jason Sadowski Scholarship Fund. Again, this scholarship will be given annually to a Mustang football senior. And again, you can donate at mbx.org. mbxfoundation.org. Again, the Manhattan Beach Athletic Foundation is the place to donate to any and all of the Mustang sports organizations.
Well, after some nice runs there by McEntee, looks like this one is finally going to end as the clock is just about over here. Mustangs will take over on the turnover on downs, deep into their own territory, but only 16 seconds left. Now less than that, as that one is incomplete. Looks like a flag may have been thrown as well. 12.6 seconds left in this contest. Carpino still in at quarterback, takes the snap, rolls right, stops, plants back to his left, and oh boy, that was almost intercepted. McEntee had stopped and was literally just waiting for the ball, but one of his teammates came in and broke it up. Shotgun, looks right, throws right, and that is incomplete. So 4th down, 2.4 seconds left. This should be the, barring a defensive penalty, should be the last play of the game here. Carpino steps up, moves, shifts his feet, and able to complete that one. To look like his back out of the backfield, but that is how this game is going to end. The Mustangs drop this one 21-6. Mustangs 2017 season with 3 straight road games, and unfortunately have dropped all 3. Mustangs offense really just not able to get much going on tonight against this tough El Segundo defense.
Yeah, Chris, you called it. The Mustangs will finally be at home next week for their home opener versus West Torrance, and hopefully they'll be able to turn this around and get this season on a winning note.
Well, that's how this one is going to fall. Mustangs, of course, take on West Torrance next week, finally at home at Waller Stadium. A welcome home game to home opener for this Mustangs 2017 season. Let's see if they can use that home crowd to get this offense rolling. Meantime, we are going to go down to the field to get some player and coach reactions for tonight's game here, this 21-6 loss against El Segundo. Fans, thanks for tuning in. Meantime, let's go down to the field and get some player and coach reactions.
I'm probably the only one that had an actual connection with Chad, and he's been an inspiration to me ever since I've seen him play. All he does is go 100% for his family, for the team, for everyone in the stands, for everything, for the Mustangs, for the name right here, and that means more than anything to me. He's been in my head since we got these patches. These patches got to my heart, and I'm just trying to prove that we are all a Mustang just like him. We are trying to be just like him, or at least get to where he was. And right now, we're all getting there. We are forming a team. Some of us are young, but we're gonna get there.